Welcome to week 9 of marathon training. I don't know how much more daylight I'll get out of this run because I ended up leaving a little bit late, but today is another long run day and it's not that long to go until my marathon, it feels like, and I certainly don't feel ready. I've done about 5k already and I've gone past the half an hour, so I've had one gel already so far and I still feel good at the moment. It's going to be another tricky video today because I'm losing daylight to film, but also I'm on a busy road again, so I have to wait for a gap between cars to do the talking, otherwise it just gets too loud. Also, excuse my hair, it's a bit messy. I kind of wanted to head out the door to do this run, so I didn't really have time to fix it. I took my bike for an MOT this morning, so when you take your helmet off and put it back on a few times, your hair just gets a bit messed up, and if I left any later then I would lose even more daylight to do this long run. I left just after 4, and last time I did a long run this long it was over 3 hours, so by then it's going to be very dark, so I just want to head out the door and get this done. I have got my head torch, but not looking forward to when the sun goes down. This week's first run was a half and half, so it was 9k with half of it being at a comfortable pace and then the second half at a tempo pace with a 1k cool down, and that was done on Wednesday after work. And then I was supposed to do a 12k easy as a second run. I normally do that on a Friday, yeah, but that didn't happen, so another 2 run week this week. I had all the intention to go out to do the 12k easy, but from about lunchtime onwards I just felt quite nauseous, just felt like I was going to be sick and just very uncomfortable, so I ended up not doing that 12k, which I just feel really bad about. And today I'm doing another 26k. After last time I did the 26k, it didn't go that well towards the end. I was kind of dreading it a bit today, but hopefully it'll go a bit better. It's at a comfortable pace today, so I just headed out the door, not really focusing on any sort of pace or anything. I've not really been looking at my watch. I think I'm about 6k in now. Not really looked at the watch to see how fast I'm going. Not even looking at how long is left. As much as I try to avoid running in the dark, like right now, during the weekend, this is the only time I could go out for a run, so it's sometimes quite hard to fit in long runs, especially because I was busy this morning and I'm also busy tomorrow. It's actually Saturday today. Normally I do my long runs on a Sunday, but I'm actually busy tomorrow, so I kind of have to fit it in somewhere. And I do find that my kind of shorter runs during the week are also getting longer now, so it's just quite hard to fit it all in, and I work full time, so by the time I finish work it's either be running in the dark again, or if I do it before work it's also dark, and it's just sometimes quite hard to fit the training in. I don't know if you find that sometimes it's just, yeah, a bit tricky. Sometimes it feels like the only way you can do it is compromise with other things, so it's either you, well for me, I either compromise on sleeping less to get the run done, or just not doing anything else other than eat, work, sleep, or try to sleep, and then the rest of the time seems to be dedicated to running. Or the problem is sometimes when I do a long run on the weekend and I'm not actually busy doing other things, I feel like, oh, I can go home and relax, put my feet up, watch a film, which is something I quite like doing. But then after a long run I sit down, I just end up either feeling really tired and spend all my time and focus trying not to fall asleep, or I end up actually falling asleep. I'm about 1 hour in, so I just had some jelly babies. Currently still feel very good. I have about 17.5 kilometers to go. There's still daylight, which is good. I can kind of feel the temperatures slowly dropping. I don't feel cold yet because I'm running and it's not too bad, but I feel like as the sun disappears it's just gonna get cooler. Somebody is burning something somewhere. It's very smoky in the air. I don't know if you can see it, but it stinks. I was waiting ages to cross the road earlier because there were loads of cars coming by, so I paused my watch and I forgot to unpause, so I've been running for about 500 meters with my watch paused. How annoying. So from now on, at least on this run, I'm not going to pause my watch again, otherwise this run is going to be a lot longer than it should be. an hour and a half in and I just had my second gel. I'm about 13k into this run, so I'm only halfway in. Today is another one of those days where I haven't eaten or drank enough because just how the day panned out in the end, I just didn't really fuel enough. So I'm probably a bit dehydrated, but I did bring 2 500ml soft flasks today, one with water and one with electrolyte, just so I have a bit more liquid, so I'm not actually dehydrated, hopefully, during this run or after. So the head torch has come out. It's getting dark very quickly now. I really don't like running in the dark, and just very hard to see the uneven ground. Moments like this, I do wish I have things that are more easily accessible without having to take the hydration vest off. I've already taken it off to get my head torch out, and I feel like I want to get my gloves out, but I'll have to stop and take my hydration vest off again. So yeah, kind of just wish things were easier to access without having to stop. Temperatures are definitely dropping as well. It feels quite cold. I can see my breath in the air. My hands are starting to feel a bit cold, and just my whole body's starting to cool down. Just coming to about 2 hours. I'm just walking to, I can't really see, walking to have some jelly babies. I've just got under 10k to go, which means I've still got about an hour of running in the dark. There's kind of some street lights and some houses around, but it's quite dark now. I do hate running in the dark. I just find darkness quite scary. So I'm just gonna eat my jelly babies, carry on this run. Hopefully no longer than an hour I will be done. Got about 7k left now. My legs really hurt and I'm walking. I feel like last time was when I got to about 7k left as well, that I start feeling really achy and struggling and feel like I can't run anymore. I feel like this time's kind of similar. It's definitely very cold as well. You probably won't be able to see much of me, but I thought I'll just give you an update. It's just really hard. I just feel like really struggling with just running long distance. I ended up stopping and getting another layout because I'm so cold, and I put gloves on as well. It's just, I just can't run anymore. I've got about 5.5 kilometers left and I'm just walking now. I just feel my legs just hurt so much and I am so cold. I feel like all my muscles seem to have seized up now. As much as I don't want to not finish this run, but I think I'm going to call it a day. I've got about 5k left, so I've not managed to complete my 26k today, which is really annoying, but I just can't do it anymore. I feel like I've just completely failed this week. I didn't do my 12k run because I wasn't feeling great, and then today I haven't completed my long run, so I don't feel great. Not a great week, but yeah. I just want to quickly talk about what happened on the weekend and kind of like what happened to the longest run I was supposed to do last weekend. So I kind of had some time to kind of think about it and almost get over it, because I just really didn't feel that great not doing the 26k that I was meant to do over the weekend. I think I just tried to do a little bit too much on Saturday. I mentioned that I took my bike for an MOT in the morning, and I ended up riding kind of for a few hours, quite a bit longer than I expected on the day. It was really cold, it was raining, and I think I kind of just forgotten how tiring it is to ride a bike. You kind of use all the muscles that you don't normally use to kind of obviously control the bike and not fall over and things like that. I think I just didn't realize how tired I was after that, just taking the bike to the MOT and back, and then I got home and got changed and headed out the door straight away to go for a run. And by then I already felt quite tired, and I didn't eat enough on the day, so I only had kind of one sandwich, and then I didn't drink enough throughout the whole day either, and everything kind of was basically my own fault, just not being prepared enough to do the 26k really. So when I went out on the run, I just felt really tired, only relying on the gels and the jelly babies and the water I was carrying with me. Maybe when people talk about hitting a wall during a marathon, I kind of felt like maybe I did hit the wall on Saturday. I don't even think it was mental weakness at that point. It wasn't me trying to kind of talk myself out of finishing the run. I just felt like I physically just couldn't run anymore. Everything was hurting. I had no energy left, and because I was slowing down so much towards the end, I was actually walking. I was so cold as well because the temperatures have really dropped in the last week, and I just physically just couldn't finish the run. Yeah, so I kind of, yeah, just didn't go very well, but I think I've kind of tried to move on from that and not dwell on it too much. But I just also wanted to say thank you for all the people who have left me really nice comments, and then showing a lot of support and saying, oh, don't be too hard on yourself, and telling me that I've still run a half marathon distance and I did really well, and just really wanted to say thank you, and also kind of wanted to end the video in kind of a better mood because I feel like I was so miserable when I ended the video on Saturdays. This weekend I've got another longest run, which is going to be 30k. So I'm a bit worried about that one, but I haven't got anything planned for the day I'm doing the long run, so hopefully I will feel better and it's going to go better as well. Yeah, if you don't want to miss out on that video, please consider subscribing, and again, just thank you for all your support and thank you for watching. My name is Yuenny. I will see you again this weekend, hopefully for a better run. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you next week.